Well, welcome to another episode of Organic Lunchtime with Ben. That's me, Ben Perry. I am the creator and founder of Organic Marketing Secrets. It's a Facebook group that helps you to increase, generate, and monetize organic engagement on Facebook. And basically, organic engagement is being able to create relationships with people who you don't know, aka the wide audience of Facebook, and to be able to turn that not knowing stranger into somebody that does know you, somebody that you know, and somebody who ends up liking and trusting you and wants to do business with you. So allow me to go and share this to the Book of Face. If you are watching the replay, type an R in the comments. I love seeing my after party people in the house. I'm going to share this first to my personal profile, and then I'm going to share it inside of the group. But I gotta find the link. So I will be so stoked the day that I'll be able to make a one-click, share it to all the different places on social media that I need to share it to, and I can get right to the meat of the organic lunchtime. I didn't save it. Guess I'm gonna have to type it all out. This is what happens when you start something new. You don't have systems in place, and so not everything is comes second nature. So you just kind of have to deal with it. I can tag myself already. Ben Perry, episode 3. All right. So what I would love to know, because the people that are watching this right now are on the replay, okay? Leave a question, right? You're going to watch this episode. Leave a question either on this video while we're live, and if you're watching the replay, then go into Organic Marketing Secrets and leave a question in there. Because depending upon how this one goes, determines whether I'm going to make this an actual recurring thing. Okay, so and now I've got to go in and get the emojis that I used. That's how this works, right? You want to use emojis. If you guys want to know what I'm doing, I'm copying exactly what it is that I did when I put this up on Ecamm live, and I'm making sure that it goes into the shared post, because for some reason the emojis and stuff don't carry over. And that's unfortunate. So what I need to do is I need to copy next time so that this gets out to more people. So I can copy that. So that's shared out. Now let me go to my personal page and share it to my personal page. Share on my timeline. Boom! There it is. Post. Okay, and now we're rocking and rolling. So we should get some people on here live here in just a moment. But we've got quite a few questions here from the people of F-Bomb Nation, Facebook organic marketers. But before I get into that, let me just tell you a little bit about me, because this may or may not be the first time you're being introduced to me. So my name is Ben Perry. I'm the creator and founder of Organic Marketing Secrets. I help people increase their organic engagement. I help them to create their organic engagement if they aren't seeing some already, and I help them monetize that organic engagement by helping them to develop offers and helping them to ultimately put money in your bank account. And this is ideal for anybody who has been a coach, consultant, healer, light worker, who you've been doing this, you have a passion, but you haven't been able to monetize it. You haven't been able to actually make some money from this. And if this is you, then you're definitely going to find some great value in and around this group. What's up, Trish? Trish Lido in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. So if you're watching this and you're getting a lot of value from it, I realize we're in the first 5 minutes, share the video. Share the video, and also leave the hearts and likes, right? We love it when you leave the hearts and likes, because it pushes out the video to more people. So I'm going to take some screenshots of some of the questions. I'm just going to go down the line here. And I love that so many people ask questions. I did prompt those questions because this is a new thing. But let's get this all in here. New image overlay. Okay, too funny. I'm going to have to go into desktop and create a new folder. And then get rid of all of this stuff. Oh, where'd my screen go? Okay. Oh, just human, guys. Hey, Aileen. All right. So then there's that question. Taylor had a question. All right. And Ian had a question. And Amy Bernier had a question. Matt Staten had a question. Miss Sally Wasaki had a question. And Miss Alicia Davis had a question. Okay, guys, so this is great. So now we've got these questions here. I've got this down. Oh, that's been in my face this entire time, hasn't it? All right. Let's make this bigger. All right. Share this video out, guys, if you know somebody who would love to be a part of Organic Lunchtime with Ben, okay? So Jennifer Figgis says, Ben, what hand exercise do you do to avoid strain on your hands from so much engagement? Well, I tell you what, I have the Apple mouse, and that really just allows me to be anywhere. So I'm not, oh, it's even increasing this right now. It allows me to be anywhere, so I can like do this all around my head, and or I can kind of be leaning back, so I'm not having carpal tunnel syndrome. And then when I'm on my phone, okay, so let's try an experiment right now, okay? Let me know if I'm right, okay? Let me know if I'm right, okay? So here's the experiment. If you're on your phone right now, okay, so here's your phone, okay? Are you holding it with 3 fingers, okay, 3 fingers wrapped around the phone, and your pinky is supporting, so it's just like this, okay? And then your thumb gets to just kind of do all the work while all your fingers are, you got 3 fingers supporting in the back, and then it's being supported by your thumb, okay? Give me a yes in the comments if that's you, okay? This is how I prevent my hand from cramping. It's really easy. Nothing special to that. All right, next question. Next question. Taylor. Taylor asked, number 1, I feel like it'd also be a good Captain Jack impressionist. How much does it pay? Well, currently, I have an agent that helps me get Captain Jack gigs, actually. So I don't even have to do the work of trying to get a gig. She just finds gigs for me, and then she gets a cut, I get a cut, and that looks like at least $100 an hour. So it's not bad. It's not bad for a hobby. You know what I mean? Number 2, how do you consistently come up with ideas to post in your group, plus get people to engage inside of the group on their own without you initiating it? Okay, so that consistency goes up and down, but for the most part, there's a couple of things you really want to have and to create inside of your group, okay? And number 1, you've got what's up, Leah? Number 1, I say that you need to create a group that is unconditional. It has an air of unconditional, non-judgmental acceptance. So when they come in, you got to be able to accept them for who they are. Because chances are, if you're trying to help somebody, they're not who they need to be, and they're in your group because they want to learn. They're in your group because they want to get better. So keep that in mind, because you can, and I recognize that there's polarizing things that you could do as well. But at the end of the day, if you really want to generate engagement inside of your group and have other people post, because that's what Facebook favors. Facebook favors it when you post, or when other people post inside of your group. When other people post, when other people are commenting on that post that you did not do as the Facebook admin, Facebook loves that. And the quickest, fastest way that I've found in order to generate that engagement is to do a challenge, right? Get people to come in and have them commit to the challenge, and then either do a 5-day challenge or a 7-day challenge, something where everybody shows up at the same time every day. And it's not a guessing game for them. Make it to where they have some accountability and ownership of the challenge, okay? And when they have that ownership, they'll start posting inside the group all by themselves. And they'll start to become cheerleaders for the other people inside the group. And then it becomes this chain where if you go to sociograph.io, you'll be able to see the feedback and the analytics of the group. If you go into mine, actually, I think we might be able to do that right now. Let me look this up, because mine's gone up and down, and you can tell every time that I've done a challenge is when I've got a spike in the amount of people who are engaging and stuff. So I've actually got Sociograph.io going right now, so let me just go ahead and clear this. Or actually, can I share? There we go. All right, guys, check this out. Can I zoom in? Can I not zoom in? Can I make this bigger? There we go. Hey, Alicia. Welcome from Arkansas. Okay, so in the beginning of May, this is when I started my group. Actually, let me get this out of here. Okay, this is when I started my group. I did a challenge on this week right here. I did a challenge on this week, and I did a challenge on this week. So I've done 3 different challenges, and you can see the engagement. Actually, it's still, I see it, it's still rendering. Okay, so when you do a challenge, and if you're somebody who can hold court, and I know not everybody can really get on and show your personality, right? There's more factors than just holding a challenge. But I find that when I do a challenge, it's very easy for me to just go and generate a bunch of engagement. But the thing is that you have to realize that when you do a challenge, say 100 people sign up for the challenge, you might have 20 people finish the challenge. You might have, actually it's probably more like 10 people finish the actual challenge. There might be people still watching the challenge. There might be people still watching you live as a viewer, but for as far as the people that are actually doing the challenge, the numbers are really low. So if you're currently doing a challenge, or you're currently noticing that people aren't showing up, that's to be expected. Which is why I make a big deal out of when we do the challenge in the beginning, on the very first day, I ask you point blank, how do I know that you're not going to quit? Because that's just what everybody does. And inevitably, people quit. People fall off. It's something that happens, okay? So that's the deal with that. Also, I know that if I wanted to generate a bunch of engagement in my group, I'll announce a challenge, okay? And then we see the different posts that are in here. Now also, if you look, okay, this little gap right here is when I was not on social media. So this is very telling about my group. Because if I am not in here, my group falls apart. Very interesting, right? Can your stuff continue to go and continue to survive and thrive without you? Or are you the selling point? Or do you have ambassadors that are, people who are fans of your stuff that will carry the torch when you're gone? But it all depends on how you set it up. Okay? So, hope that answers your question. Oh, where'd it go? Taylor. Okay. Move on to the next question. All right, Ian Gordon. Ian Gordon says, giving value first is key to growing organically. How do you help people who think that they have nothing of value to share? Well, every time that you make a recommendation, every time that you help somebody make a decision, whether it's just, hey, you got to see this movie, or hey, you got to get the new iPhone X, it's the bomb, or you got to try this coffee. Guess what you're doing? You're providing value. You're actually being a salesman when you do that. Oh my God, I'm not a salesman. No, I could never do that. Oh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Everybody sells things. Everybody sells something, whether it's your ideas, whether it's a physical product that you believe in, or whether it's, a Facebook group. Okay? Having something of value to share, does the other person value it? And you need to ask first, right? Is it that you just say, what is it that I do that you would find valuable? And they'll tell you. Now, here's the strange thing about that question. People will ask somebody, hey, do you find me valuable or something that I do very valuable? And they'll tell you what it is, and a lot of people will say, nah. They won't see it for themselves because they're too close to it. It's like a fish in water. The water is your value. You're the fish. You can't see the value that you're actually providing. So just know that just because you ask and you'll get feedback, to not just quickly dismiss their answers as, that can't be true, because it probably is true. All right? There's that. Share this video. Tag somebody in the comments if you know would love to see this video. And we love those hearts and those likes as they're coming. Let me see here. Exactly, Leah. She said, I didn't know what I was good at until people kept telling me. I didn't know that I was good at social media until my girlfriend was like, you should probably do this. Like, this would be very valuable if you did this. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, this, like organic engagement, on Facebook. I've never seen anybody use Facebook quite like you. And I'm like, oh, really? All right. Hey, I don't know if Trish, if you're still on. I do have a question, though. For those that are watching the replay, hey, Deborah, for those that are watching the replay, or you popped on now, where did you see this video pop up for you? Did it pop up because I shared a video inside of Organic Marketing Secrets? Did it pop up because you liked my page, Ben Perry? Or did it pop up because it showed that I shared it to my personal timeline? I'm very curious where and how you found this video. So we're going to move on to the next question. I've already done that one. I have to choose a new one. There we go. Amy Bernier. All right. You guys are going to love this one. Okay. I might even break the whiteboard after this. I don't know. Can you talk about money mindset, please? That's a broad topic, Amy, I say. Anything specific about it? Which, by the way, if you're a coach, a mentor, a consultant of any kind, you want to get people to specify what it is that they're asking. So she says, sure. Strategies to improve money mindset. Okay, so one thing that I've learned from Stuart Wilde wrote a fantastic book. It's on my bookshelf somewhere over there. But in the book, he talks about, the book title is called The Trick to Money is Having Some. Highly recommend that book. Someone type that book in the comments. That will severely alter your money mindset if you're having problems, if you're having struggles with it, okay? So the trick of money is having some. So what Stuart Wilde says is that you need to start to put yourself in situations where you already have the thing that you want, and then it's not a big deal. So, for instance, I like coffee, okay? And one of the suggestions he asked is, he's like, instead of going to the local coffee shop and getting a coffee with all the other people at Starbucks, go to a really nice hotel. Go to the nicest hotel that is the most opulent to you. And then go inside there and order a coffee, even if the coffee is $8. Now, you don't have to do this every single day. But if you do this at least once a week, like make it a ritual, where you're going to this really nice hotel once a week for coffee. I'm going to tell you my experience when I first did this, okay? There's a really great hotel over by me in Winter Park. And I forget what the name of the hotel is. The Alphon Inn, okay? The Alphon Inn. The Alphon Inn is very nice. And the first time that I walked in there, I was very nervous, right? I parked my beater car down the street and a couple blocks away because I didn't want anybody to see the piece of shit car that I was driving. And I was dressed in a nice kind of, a button-up shirt. I had my laptop bag thrown over my shoulder, and I walked into the hotel. I had to pass the valets where all the other really rich cars were, right? We're talking about Maseratis and Rolls Royces, and just the high-end cars, right? A couple of them. And so I'm feeling very, very what's the word? Less than, right? But I go through it, and I open the door, and then it's huge, and it's wide, and there's like a concierge right there, and I'm trying to avoid the concierge because I know that the best trick is just to act like you're supposed to be there. Just keep walking, right? Try not to look like you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? So I pretend like you know what you're doing, even though it's the first time you've ever done this. But I know why I'm there, right? So I have clarity of vision. So I walk in, and I know that the coffee place is over to the right. So I walk in, and I see at the corner of my eye that they have a little water thing there, right? To give you some water to escape away from the heat. And and it had cucumbers in it. And I was like, oh, they serve cucumber. Nope, Ben, nope. You're shiny object syndrome. You're in here for coffee. You're not going to ooh-ah just yet. You'll have plenty of time to do that when you sit down with your coffee and you look up and you're not moving your head, Ben, because you're just moving your eyes. These crazy things that we go through. So I did this whole thing where I go in and I ask them I sit down, I get my laptop out, and this lady comes over and she's like, how can I help you? And I said, yes, I would like a cup of coffee with cream and sugar, please. And she said, absolutely. And she came back and she said, would you like me to put this on your room number, sir? And I said, for a moment there, I kind of had that twinge of oh shit, I've been found out. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm broke, guys. No, I just barreled through, and I said, no, I'd actually just like to pay with my card, please. And she said, absolutely. And I gave her my card, and she went, and she ran, and she's like, do you want me to keep this open or not? I was like, no, just run it for now. So she ran it. I gave her, I left her a tip on it when I left. But I was able to sit there in this really nice hotel, and I'm looking around at the other people that are in the hotel, and I'm trying not to judge, even though my judgment meter is going off, right? And I'm just like, oh, that guy probably has a lot of money. Oh, she probably doesn't like him. Oh, she's probably with him for just the money. Oh, look at these spoiled brats. Right? All these things, I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know if that's true. But, that was my experience at the time, right? I didn't say that. Sure hope that my face wasn't broadcasting all that. But that was my first experience. It was uncomfortable for me at first because it wasn't something I was familiar with. Yeah. So I ended up making that kind of a normal thing where, what's up, Ian? I just answered your question, man. I made that a normal thing where I ended up going back a couple of times, and now it's not a big deal. I love the smell of the place. I know that I belong there. I know that when I walk into that very nice hotel, that doesn't matter. I've been there before. And then I picture that familiar hotel for me, that even if I was to walk into another hotel that was completely new to me, the fact that I am used to really nice things and have normalized this opulence, that I can go to anywhere in the nation, anywhere in the world, and just expect that, yep, this is really nice. I've got no qualms about being here. That's just another family over there. I'm just another person who's trying to make it in the world just like they are. Maybe they've got some more success than I do. Maybe they've got more zeros in their bank account than I do. But overall, I mean, once you make a certain amount of money, it's not a game anymore. But like, you have $10 million. Well, I have $100 million. Oh, you must be so much better than me. No, it just doesn't work that way. It's a lot like when you're younger, right? When you're 11, 12, 13, 14 in high school, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, each number is a big deal to you. And it continues to be a big deal to you until you hit 21. And then once you get into the working force and you're working with people that are 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, the age number doesn't matter anymore. So it's much like that with money. When you have a whole bunch of money and somebody else has got way more money than you, it says, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's not about the money. Okay? So, that's a strategy to improve your money mindset, Amy. Go to a very fancy hotel, order coffee or tea if that's the thing that you prefer, and soak it in. Because here's what's happening during that. It's called normalization, right? Where you normalize the bigness of the thing that you are experiencing, right? So when you get a new car, when you get a new house, when you get a new boyfriend, girlfriend, it's your new house, new car, new boyfriend, girlfriend. But after a while, it just becomes your house, your boyfriend and girlfriend, and your car. It's no longer new. And what happened? Well, what happened was normalization. And when normalization happens, it shrinks that bigness to where it's like, yep, not a big deal. So what happens if you can't go to a nice fancy hotel? If you're in the middle of nowhere, or if you're completely broke and you can't even afford to go spend $8 for a coffee at the really nice hotel. Because let's grant it, it'll probably be $28 because it's $20 for parking. You visualize it in your mind as if you're actually doing it, right? You sit down and you meditate and you visualize that it's actually happening for you. All right? That's how you do that. All right. So, moving on to the next question. You guys liking this so far? Leave some hearts and likes, right, in the comments here because we love it. Facebook loves it when we get the hearts and the likes. And move on to Matt Staten's question here. Organic lunchtime with Ben. Okay. When using your strategy, I am basically slowly marketing and selling 24/7. However, how can I speed up the process, perhaps proactive instead of reactive, or more offers, more value, etc., to increase the speed? Well, organic engagement, organic marketing, as a de facto statement, is going to be slow. But we're thinking about the long game, not the short game. So the connections that you make by doing organic engagement, the connections that you make by doing things right, it may take you a little slow. You may be slow at first, by doing things right, but you're going to make it in the long run than somebody who uses short-term tactics to get some money now. And maybe they get some money now and they have some cash flow and that's them. But what happens to those relationships? So how can I speed up the process, perhaps proactive instead of reactive? Well, the thing that I teach is proactive connection. So if you're out there and you're using my strategy and you're using my things, and I see you doing it, Matt, you're out there, you're sending videos out, you are posting in other people's groups, you're letting people know about who you are and what it is that you do, and you're pretty transparent about where you're at. I don't think that you're slow at all. In fact, I see you really being somebody who is implementing, and it's going to happen fast for you. And it will happen faster for you because you've already have the reference experience to know once things start to roll, you'll be able to capitalize on it, and it'll take off for you. All you need is one deal for this organic marketing strategy to really pay off. One deal, one connection, that's it. That's how powerful this is. But it's just like anything else. You gotta treat each one with respect. And besides, everybody's at a different point right now. So while we may be organically marketing and creating relationships with people, some people have a big following, some people have no following, and some people are in the middle. But the thing about following and followers and being a person of influence is that you're never there for very long, wherever there is, because everything is constantly in motion. Everything is a variable. So the person that has a lot of followers today might not have a lot of followers tomorrow. The person that doesn't have any followers today might have a whole fuck ton of followers, in a year. And you'll be like, whoa, where'd they come from? And the people that have intermediate followers might become the new Tony Robbins. So you don't know who you're interacting with. That's why I want to be respectful to everybody that I come into contact with. Because just realizing, hey, you're another human being on this journey with me. And I appreciate that. Really do. Okay, so that's Matt's question. You guys like that? Thanks, Deborah. Sally. Actually, let's do Alicia first. Alicia Davis. Do you use a certain app like Viva Video or Quick Pro for video editing? Well, Alicia, I am a videographer. I have a film degree, and I use professional editing software. I was using Final Cut Pro 10 for a while. That's what I learned in school. But then I transitioned over to Adobe Premiere Pro, which is basically the industry standard if you are a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. I wouldn't say necessarily that I'm a YouTuber yet. If I posted these videos up onto YouTube, then perhaps I would probably, I should do that, shouldn't I? If I did that more, then yeah, I guess you can call me a YouTuber. But Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro, that's what I use to edit my videos. And I haven't really posted any recorded HD edited videos in a while, but that's what I use to make the pin post video. All right, last question before we're out of here. And this comes from Sally Wasaki. All right, Sally asks, recently I've posted 2 pieces of my work on a Facebook page. I've had one person like both pieces, okay? No comments, just likes. I'm going to keep posting. If he should like more of my work, what would be the next step? Have to catch the replay. Okay, well, doing the 2 pieces of your work, and if one person likes both pieces, that's one thing. See, with Facebook, you're not obligated to do anything more than like. You're not even obligated to like. But you'll get more engagement on your posts if you ask for the engagement. you have to have a call to action. Even if it's as simple as leave a like, if you like this piece of art. Comment down below what you think. Comment down below what kind of art are you into. Comment down below what are some of the ways that you would have done this piece if you yourself are a fellow artist, right? So notice how I led they call it leading the witness, right? Notice how I'm leading the witness when I say, what would you think if, and then I filled in the blank. Instead of putting all of the pressure and all of the cognitive thinking on them, I'm being proactive and saying, what would you think if you were an artist and what kind of, way would you have put this together? Or what do you think if I was to do this the opposite way, right? So you're kind of leading the witness, and when you do this, it allows the other person to just be, it gives them very little to have to think, and then they'll be able to take action and then respond, okay? So that's the deal with people that come on and they respond to you and are only leaving likes. And you know what? Be glad that that person left a like. Because there are people out there who they will watch you for years. Literally years. They'll never like anything. They'll never comment. But they're watching you. Which sounds kind of weird. But eventually, they're going to come through and they're going to pay excuse me, for your services. They're going to send you a private message one day and say, I've been following you for years. I finally want to pull the trigger. I want to put down 10K. Or I want to invest in your thing. And when that happens, that's a beautiful day. It's a little, off-putting at first, but that's kind of the trade-off when we put ourselves in front of people like this. Because who knows who I'm talking to through this lens? I know right now there's 4 or 5 people on currently. I know Deborah Smith is on. Leah Ray's been watching. Ian Gordon's might or might not still be here. Okay, I noticed that Inez left a heart on my video. Right? Thank you so much. But for the most part, you don't know who's watching. But it's not about us. And that's the whole reason why we share this stuff in the first place, is that it's not about us. It's about you. It's about you watching this video. It's about you getting the value. I'm just the channeler, right? I'm just the medium through which this is being broadcast. So it's a tremendous gift, and it's also a huge responsibility. When you put yourself in a position like this, you will be able to impact and influence a lot of different people. And as long as you know what you stand for and where you're going and your message, then you're going to be a very powerful person, especially in the next 10 to 20 years, right? For everybody who's stepping up into their personal power now, today, getting themselves in front of the camera, being who you need to be in order to be the best version you can be, to be able to make the money that you want to be able to make so that you can make more impact to the people that you are led to and are called to have an impact on. Like, you're going to be fantastic. You're going to have such the unfair advantage over everybody else in the next 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. For some people, this comes naturally to them. For others, it doesn't. I just started putting myself in front of the camera in 2014, beginning of 2014. That's how recently I started doing this. Now, I've always had a level of charisma in talking and public speaking, but I've never really talked to a lens before. You really gotta train yourself to treat the lens like another person, right? What's really cool is when you look at the lens, you can go back and forth as if you're looking in the other person's eyes, like you're going back and forth from eye to eye. That's very powerful too. All right, Inez has a question. How would you engage with a page that I haven't used in a while? Well, let me take a screenshot of this. So I post it up. All right. How would you re-engage with a page that I haven't used in a while? Well, you just start. You really do. Business pages are different than groups. They're different than personal pages. They really are. So you just got to start. And I would use unless you're paying for ads, which is a different story, I would use your personal page to promote what you're doing on your business page, to send them over there so that when you do go live or when you do post something, that they're aware of it, right? I would ask them to follow your page and see first, right? If you don't know what see first is, I have a couple of videos about how to do that, okay? But that's what I would do. The re-engaging part, you got to just direct people to it. So if you're an influencer, if you're a leader, then you'll have people that are following you, and they'll follow you over to wherever you point them to. So that's how I would do that. So guys, this has been Organic Lunchtime with Ben Perry. Me and Ben Perry. We've done this 3 days in a row now. Is this something that you find valuable for me coming on? I'm thinking if I'm going to do this, I'm only going to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. All right? 3 days a week, 1 p.m. Eastern. You pop on, you get your questions answered, and we have a good time here. This one kind of went overboard. All right? We went kind of 20 minutes over what I really wanted it to be. I really want to keep these down to 20 minutes, but we just had a lot of questions today. So any questions, if you guys pop into the group, Organic Marketing Secrets, between now and next Tuesday, I will answer them in Organic Lunchtime with Ben. Okay? Hey, Jason, nice to see you. So if you found this video valuable, please share it with your tribe or share it with your, share it on your personal page. It really helps me out. It really helps this movement out because I really want to change the narrative of organic marketing. People think that organic marketing doesn't work. People think that organic is dead, and that's not true. Organic marketing is about creating relationships and creating relationships the right way and not the sleazy, gimmicky way that a lot of these internet marketers are doing. I'm not like that, and I will never propose to be like that, okay? So thank you so much. If you guys found value, I'll do these Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern, inside of Organic Marketing Secrets or on this official page, Ben Perry. All right? Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you later.